Ooh, pressure.
For the bad bitch, only. Baby, you got it, come and put that on me. Off top, stop, something to be the homie.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sharae Palmer, and thank you so much for tuning in as always. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna give you a second to do it. Okay, good. Because guys, we're growing so fast. We are almost to 1,000 subscribers. I'm at like 814 right now. So hopefully I can be at 1,000 in like the next month or two. I'm hoping like the next month. But yeah, so let's just hop right into the video. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to be talking all about laser hair removal. We're gonna be talking about the pros and the cons and just my personal experience because I have done it and I'm completely finished with my sessions now. So I kind of have the experience to kind of tell you guys, you know, is it worth it? Do I like it? Things like that. So let's just go ahead and start with the good things. So I have a list on my phone that kind of just so I can like stay on topic because it's just a lot I have to tell you guys. And also, don't mind me, I'm a little stopped up and like kind of nasally because my allergies are going crazy. The pollen in Atlanta is just OD right now. So kind of just so I can like show you guys in case you're just still like, Sharae, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna insert some clips when I went and got my sessions done. Obviously, like I can't show you like full out when I got my bikini area done. So I get my Brazilian and my underarms, but the clips are gonna show you guys me getting my underarms done. Technically, you're not supposed to record in there, which is so stupid. So I had to like makeshift and hide my camera and put my jacket over it and all that just so you guys could see. So let me stop rambling and I'm gonna show you basically what it looks like. All right, you guys, so this is what the room looks like. Just a couple of things. This is where I lay. So I have numbing cream on, like I said, so I have to like spray and wipe it off with this, and then I have to put these on because it is a laser, so it's like dangerous for your eyes. But
I was saying you was holding a steady child.
girl, I'm trying. Maybe I shouldn't look at it. Maybe that's making it hurt worse. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, pressure, pressure, pressure.
I can't say nothing. I'm not doing this right now. You know what I mean?
Okay, so after watching that video, you can kind of see like what, you know, what the process looks like, what exactly it's doing. I tried to zoom in so you could literally see the laser like zapping my skin. It almost looks like a white water drop or something like that. That's like a cooling effect. So the laser zaps you and then it like shoots a really cold pressurized like air just to like make it more bearable. And we're gonna get into why, you know, they even put that in there later on in the video when I go to the cons. Let's start with the pros. I would say my first pro, it is very effective. After my first session, I could see such a difference already. So when you go to get your sessions done, after each session, like, so say you get your session done on Monday, by like Friday, Saturday, you'll start shedding hair at the treated area. So for me, I get my underarms and my Brazilian area. So like Friday, Saturday, you'll literally start seeing your hair like fall out. Like if I'm in the shower and I have a wash rag, right, and I'm like washing my underarm, if I look at the rag, it'll literally be like little hairs on my rag because they're dead. Like the laser like killed it and it's literally falling out. But that's a good thing. You want that to happen. That just means it was effective. It literally zapped the hair and it's gonna damage it more and more over time, and that's what you want. You want it to damage the hair follicle so that it doesn't grow back, you know, or it grows back thinner. So let me say like that's the second pro. When you're starting out, obviously it's not gonna just stop growing completely. Like it takes a completion of 8 sessions in total to be finished. At least that's what it took for where I went. So I went to Ideal Image. After your first session and it starts growing back, you'll literally feel such a difference. It literally grows back so much thinner because, you know, armpit hair, like pubic hair, is more on like the coarser side, or it can be. So for me, I experienced when it started growing back, it literally felt like baby hair. Like if you had a baby and touch, you know how fine like a baby hair is, that's how fine it will start to grow back after you start doing your sessions. And that happened to me even after the first session. I just felt such a difference. It was just like so like soft, and it's almost so soft to where like you don't even think you need to shave because you can barely feel it. Like it's just that fine. So I would say that is the second pro. It starts to grow in so much thinner. Moving on to the next pro, I would say, because you're not having to shave as much or really at all. I mean, you don't have to, but for me, I don't like any hair at all. So, you know, as the sessions go, you are able to shave in between sessions. But since you're not shaving as much or really at all, you're not gonna have to deal with razor bumps. You're not gonna have to deal with ingrown hairs. And for me, like, it stopped it completely. I didn't have any razor bumps. Like, it was just soft, smooth, and it was just great. And that kind of goes into the next one. So because you're not getting ingrown hairs, because you're not getting razor bumps, it literally made that area so much lighter for me. And that honestly used to be like one of my insecurities, just a darker bikini area. Like when you're in the bathing suit, and if you can tell if someone shaves or if they have like scars and stuff. So I personally had that, and it wasn't bad, but it's just something like I noticed because obviously it's me. But I would say that my bikini area and my armpits have gotten tremendously lighter just from doing the sessions, because I haven't had to shave and I haven't had to deal with razor bumps or anything like that. So it's kind of like a win-win in that area if that's something that you're dealing with really bad. Razor bumps or ingrown hairs, which I really never dealt with ingrown hairs, just more so like razor bumps sometimes. But yeah, if that's something that you're dealing with, I would definitely recommend laser hair removal, because you won't have them anymore. At least I didn't, so I can speak for what I went through. And so that moves on into the next pro, which would be your results last for like months at a time. So your sessions are 6 to 8 weeks. So what is that, like a month and a half to 2 months that you'll go for your sessions, right? So in between those, after your like 4th session, I would say, you will like, I'm telling you, you'll just see such a big difference. My hair barely started to grow back, and if it did, it started growing back like right before my next appointment. So like every 2 months it would start growing back, and even when it was growing back, it was growing back like baby hair. Like I said, very fine, very just soft. Like if you weren't picky, it honestly just feels like peach fuzz. Like, like the hair like on the back of your hand, like it literally grows back like peach fuzz. So now I'm getting an Amber Alert. I hope whoever took a child, I hope they catch you. So your results will last for months at a time. And for me, that was just so convenient, and that honestly takes us right into the next pro, which is one of like my favorite. So if you get waxes, you know that you have to let your hair grow out. At least, like I've heard, it's like the size of a rice grain. For me, I personally never liked waxing. So this was just a great alternative, because waxing is just so painful. Like, I don't know. If y'all get waxed, I know it's great, people love it, but I just couldn't get with it. Like, girl, it hurts. No. I could wax my armpits, but like as far as a Brazilian wax, count me out. I can't do it. So that's kind of why I turned to lasers. So basically what I'm trying to say is, you know how in between waxes you have to let your hair grow out so that it's long enough for the wax to grab the hair and fully like get like a nice smooth base. So there's no downtime between laser hair removal. So let's say I have my session in August. My next session is end of September or beginning of October. In between, I don't have to let my hair grow out for the session. I can literally shave in between. And like I said, you'll barely even have to do that, because it's really not going to be growing back. And if it does, it's very thin, so it's like very easy to just shave and as smooth as ever. So that was a really big thing for me, because just me modeling and taking pictures a lot and traveling. Like, I love spontaneous trips, if you know me. So I didn't have the leisure to just be letting my hair grow out to be able to get a wax. Like, what happens if I'm letting it grow out, right? And my friends are like, oh, Sharae, let's go to the Bahamas next week. For me, I'm gonna go to the Bahamas next week, but it's like, I can't go and be in a bathing suit if I got grown out hair because I'm waiting to get a wax and it's not time for a wax yet. So for me, it was just very inconvenient, the whole wax thing. That's another reason why it just wasn't work for me, because I don't have the time to be letting it grow out. So yeah, with laser, you can literally shave in between. It's fine. And yeah, it was a lot more convenient for me. And another pro, the sessions are not long at all. Like for my armpits both, I think it takes her like 5 minutes total to do them. Like you'll see how quick in the clips that I showed you guys, you'll see how quick she does them. So I'll literally get my armpits done, and then I'll literally do my Brazilian after. And my Brazilian does take a little bit longer just because it's a bigger surface area. She has to be very thorough, and then you have to turn over. And I do get mine peri-anal, I think that's what they call it. Basically, your butthole. I get that done too. Like I want everything gone. It's honestly so quick. You're in and out of there probably like 25 minutes, maybe that. I know you guys are like, okay, Sharae, like, you know, this stuff is sounding good, girl. Like, And even though it is great, like after saying all the pros, would I recommend you guys to do it? Absolutely. I tell all my friends about it. It's so good. It's so convenient, and it has made my life a breeze. I don't have to think about shaving every 2-3 days, but I'm not the type that like stubble. Even me not having a boyfriend, I still don't like stubble. Like I don't like the prickly feel. I need it to be soft, smooth, just very nice, okay? But if you have a boyfriend, it's even better because he's gonna love you for it. He's gonna be like, dang babe, like it's doing what it needs to do. It's giving what it needs to give. So yeah, after me talking about all that, let's talk about the cons. Because baby, with every good thing, it usually has a con. It usually has a catch, okay? So my first con would definitely be the pain. Girl, when I tell you it hurts, baby, it hurts. Like it is so painful. Oh, it is so painful. Now, I say this lightly because, you know, I told you guys I didn't like waxing. I think waxing is very, 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 very painful. So if you get your Brazilian wax done and you think it's a breeze and it's fine, or it's like very bearable for you, you know, laser might not be that bad. But for me, I'm kind of a pain baby. I don't like pain. I mean, I'm pretty strong though, so like I deal with it, but I just don't like it. So if you think waxes are fine for you and you can get through it easy in and out, I think laser would be fine for you. Now, if you're like me and you think waxing is too painful and you just can't do it, this is gonna be just as painful or more. I don't know how your pain tolerance is, but it is very painful. But on the good side, they do allow you to use numbing cream before your sessions. So you can't just get no little numbing cream from the store, from Amazon, like I tried to at first. Like, no, you need prescribed numbing cream. Like that's how painful it is, and that's how you know it hurts, because you have to literally get it prescribed from a pharmacy. So they're like partners with, I think it's called like Pharmacy Innovation, something like that. And basically you just call, they'll give you the number, you call it in and say, hey, I just want to order some numbing cream for my laser hair removal. Excuse me. She'll take your card information over the phone, you'll pay for it, they'll ship it to your house, you'll get it in like 2-3 days, and you will just use your numbing cream before your sessions. Let me show you guys what it looks like just in case you're curious. Okay, I found it. Okay, so yeah, it is. It's Pharmacy Innovations Seminole, and it's based in Florida. So basically, hold on, let me hide my address. So it literally comes in like a little tube like this, and it just says apply to laser treatment site 60 to 90 minutes prior to your appointment. Do not use if pregnant/nursing. So it says apply 60 to 90 minutes before. Girl, do 90 minutes. Do the full time that you can, because you want it to be as numb as possible. And I'm telling you, this is a lifesaver. Like after I did my first session with no numbing cream, when I told you I was trying to cancel it after I left out, but I couldn't, and we'll get into that also as well in a few seconds. But this, you definitely need this numbing cream if you're gonna sign up and do it. Make sure you order this before your first session. I mean, you can try it. You can try to see if you can deal with it and go your first session, but baby, trust Sharae when I tell you, you're gonna need this numbing cream. That could also be another con, that you have to pay for it, because aside from the pain, that kind of goes into the second con. It is very expensive. So for the place that I went to, I think it was $3,100, $3,000. It was somewhere around 3,000, but I know it wasn't anything less than 3,000. I think that is a con, because if that's not in your price range, but they kind of let you work with it. So if you don't just want to pull out $3K and just pay for it. They allow you to make payments on it every month, and that's what I do. So I pay $174 every month for it. And you're probably like, dang, Sharae, like, yeah, it's worth it, but you know, waxing, Brazilian waxes are only like what, $60, $40, something like that. So it is a lot cheaper, but in the long run, I think that laser is better because now that I'm finished, I don't have to worry about going to get waxes or every month. Like, I don't gotta deal with it. So in the long run, I think it is better, but if you're not in the market of trying to pay $174 or, you know, whatever your credit allows, then this may not be for you. And then, I mean, that could be a con also. So they don't just, you know, trust you to pay $174, and if you don't pay it, you can't go back. Like, baby, it's on your credit, so you don't have a choice but to pay it. And so for some people, that was a con, because in the beginning, I didn't know that. Like, I thought, you know, I was signing up for everything with the lady on the phone. I had like a consultation, and she was like, yeah, so it'll probably be around this much every month. And I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. But I didn't come to realize that it was on a credit card. Like, it was on one of their bank partner's credit cards. So I have no choice but to pay it, right? So it is on your credit. So if you have bad credit, they might not approve you. So that could also be another con. So let's go on to the cons of the specific place that I went to. I'm gonna let y'all know. So I went to Ideal Image, and would I necessarily recommend going to that specific place? Probably not. And I say that because, one, there is a lot of different, there are a lot of different offices, like Ideal Images around Atlanta, probably like, I don't know, around 4 Ideal Images around the Atlanta area. So you would think, oh, there's so many offices, it's not that hard to get an appointment. Girl, no. That is really one of like the biggest hassles, and like one of the biggest parts of it that was annoying to me. They're so booked always that it's so hard to like reschedule or get another appointment. So for instance, let's just say you have to go out of town or something and you need to reschedule. Girl, good luck, because literally you'll schedule, like when you go to your session, which I told you guys is every 6 to 8 weeks, you'll schedule your next appointment right when you're there, like before you leave. So that is definitely very annoying. So you can't reschedule. It's very hard to get a rescheduled appointment, and that was just very annoying for me. So let's kind of talk about, let's say you decide, okay, Sharae, you know, like, this sounds cool, this is something I've been looking into as well, I want to do it. So for me, this is kind of how my sessions go. So I think you can choose to get like a landing strip or like a triangle or something. You can keep that there if you want. But so I basically either shave around or just shave everything bald a day to 2 days before your appointment. Because if you try to go in there with your hair long, it's gonna hurt even more, because the laser is zapping the hair, and if the hair is longer, it just hurts more. I forget like the real term, like how to really explain it, but like, just trust me, don't go in there like super prickly. Like, make sure you shave at least a day before to 2 days before your appointment. I shave like the night before my appointment. That's when I shave, because like I said, my hair grows back super fast. So I would shave the day before my appointment. And so let's say my appointment is at 2 p.m., right? So you want to put the numbing cream on at 12:30 if my appointment is at 2. So what I would do, so that I could leave it on as long as possible, I would literally put the numbing cream on, and literally like put the numbing cream on, lay in my bed, watch TV with it on. And before I go there, I don't wipe it off and then go, because I feel like it was just gonna wear off or something. I was scared. So what I did, you can either get like saran wrap or a plastic bag and kind of cut it out in like the shape of underwear. And so I would get like a big pair of like boy shorts or something. I would put the saran wrap like on the area and then put those big like boy shorts over it, just so that I could go there with the numbing cream on. And then when you get there, they're gonna give you like, I'll show you guys a video of what it looks like. But so it'll be like glasses, this like spray, cleansing spray, and some wipes, and they'll just tell you to make sure you get all that numbing cream off. And you want to make sure that you really wipe it off good, because if you don't, it can like trap heat and make it more like hot and painful. So you want to make sure you're really getting all that numbing cream off. But they'll give you time to just be like, oh, I need like 5 minutes, I have numbing cream on, and they'll let you wipe it off before, and it's fine. That's what I do. You can choose to take it off before you leave out the house, but I would recommend leaving it on as long as possible because you gonna need it. As far as my armpits, I would just put them on there, and sometimes I would put saran wrap, but I would just usually just put the numbing cream on and just kind of drive like this, just try to keep it closed in so it's not moving all over the place. And you undo before you do go to your session and you're gonna put your numbing cream on. You don't want to wear deodorant. Granted, you should be like showering right before you go because you know they're gonna be down there in that area, so you want to make sure you're fresh and clean. So I recommend showering, then get out, dry off, put the numbing cream on, put the numbing cream on all your affected area or all the areas that you're getting treated. So for my underarms and my bikini area, don't put deodorant on, just put the numbing cream on, go there, because when I come home, I usually take a shower and make sure I get all that numbing cream off, and then I can like put all my lotions on and deodorants and all that stuff. Also, if you are getting, like, for instance, your legs lasered, you don't want to put lotion on when you get out the shower. So just like be conscious, because sometimes if you're in such a routine, you'll get out the shower, put your lotion on, you're like, dang, I gotta go get laser hair removal, you know? And they don't want you to have anything on your skin before you're getting your area treated. So yeah, and then I would just, you know, do my session, leave, or do my session, go to the front desk, schedule my next appointment, and then I will be done with it just like that. I hope that I covered everything. If you guys have any more questions, definitely leave them down in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll put it up here on the screen for you guys. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.